Hello. I tried working with OBS yesterday. Didn't quite work, but welcome to the stream or welcome to the VOD if you're wanting to rewatch this. Basically, the way the stream is going to work, you're only going to be seeing my face. I'm going to be upfront about that. You're only going to be seeing my face, and you will be hearing the audio from the presents. Um, So it might be best if you want to watch the presents, have it open in a different tab on mute. That's the only thing I can really recommend because it's the only thing I can logistically do right now. I'll try and figure out how to work OBS later on, but for this stream, we will just be looking at my face, hearing the audio, and it will be about my reaction. If you do want to see my reactions, um, with the video of the presents after that or after the stream, I will be uploading something where I do have the visuals lined up. And also there'll be plenty of shorts where I have that as well. So I'm just a heads up for the stream. But how's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Other than the nightmare of trying to figure out OBS and failing miserably last night, I'm doing all right. I'm excited for the presents. What does everyone think we're going to be getting? I mean, I think we are. I think it is safe to assume we're probably going to get some updates for like Cafe Mix, Pokemon Go, maybe the TCG. But I I also think we're probably going to get some main series announcement. And we might not, but I think we will. And I think it's going to be a remake of some description. I'm leaning towards Unova remakes, but I think, Johto remakes aren't off the table. So, at least in my opinion, they're not off the table. So, um, I mean, Legends or remakes, I don't see it as an or thing. It's a case of, well, would they do a Legends on its own? Because they hadn't before. The only Legends game we have is Legends Arceus, and that released a few months after Sinnoh remakes, and it's set in ancient Sinnoh. So I don't see why they would do a Legends without also having remakes of some description alongside it. To me, that just doesn't make any business sense. Let's Go, on the other hand, people have said they wanted a Let's Go Johto. Maybe they will be making a Let's Go Johto. If I were them, I would probably have something to do with the Johto region on the Switch. But Heart Gold, Soul Silver are already Johto remakes. Yeah. Kanto has 2 remakes. I don't see why it's like, oh, but Fire Red or Fire Red Leaf Green already exist. So why on earth would they make Let's Go? Okay. Torasa, take your copy of Heart Gold Soul Silver and somehow put it in your Switch to play. Can you do that? If the answer is no, already there is a justifiable argument to put Heart Gold or Johto on the Switch, or the successor of the Switch, maybe. But like, since we don't have the Switch's successor announced yet, I think that's going to happen soon. I think that's going to happen like maybe next week, maybe the week after. Like, don't hold me to that. I'm feeling that. I think it will probably be next month. That's what all of the insiders are saying. But yeah, I'm going to promote this stream on Instagram. as well. And if more people come in, I'll remind people what this stream is going to be. Actually, no. I'll put in the Instagram story post. That'll make sense. But yeah, we can have a chat before and after. What do I think of Ilka remakes? I think that people are too harsh on Ilka. BDSP are my least favorite Pokemon games, but that is because like they were faithful remakes of Diamond and Pearl, and I don't actually mind the changes Ilka made to it. I don't actually mind the changes they made to it. It was their first time making a game like that. It was also a victim of time crunch. They had less than 11 months to basically develop the game because what we saw in the Pokemon Presents that year, at some point after that, they had to start again from scratch, pretty much. And that caused all the glitches. And in terms of game design, I'm not a fan of it, but that's because it inherited a lot of the issues Diamond and Pearl had. Now, if they didn't have the issues of a time crunch, and they were basing it off of a game that was a lot better game design wise, say Black and White, logically speaking, we are going to get something better. And especially if they learn from their mistakes. Ilka are the development team behind Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Torata. Not chibi remakes would be fire. 3D Hilbert would look so good. I mean, the thing is, right? I think saying not chibi is like saying basically if you want it to look anyway like it did before, or if you want Pokemon to look anyway like it did before Gen 7, not that. That's what not chibi is meaning. Because chibi is just the art style that they used for the overworld in from Gen 1 to Gen 6. Like even Gen 6 tried to replicate chibi in 3D. That's just what it did. But the thing is, in battles, they will have like more, I guess, realistically proportioned models. Like it'll be proper anime instead of chibi. You know what I mean? Hello, Decay. How are you doing? I'm looking at my phone because I'm needing to think. Okay, how do I justify to my Instagram audience that they will not actually see the direct or the presents in the presents reaction? If Legends Unova, what legendary would be the box art? I mean, there wasn't a legendary on the box art in Legends Arceus, nor was it named after a legendary. It was named after a mythical, Arceus. I personally think if they were to make a Legends Unova game, I mean, I'm not necessarily sold on the idea that it would have to be a mythical. I'm sold on the idea that it could be, and I think it's likely. But like, honestly, it would make the most sense to try and depict the original dragon, but they might just not want to do that, and instead go for something like Keldeo or Victini. I think it would make a lot more sense to do something like Victini or Genesect because you can't get them on the Switch because you can get the other two via DLC of Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. So Legends of Victini with the origin form being the original dragon, yeah, perhaps. I think that could work and make sense. Um, Oh, well, bless me. Okay, we've got 5 minutes. Is question. The question is it a stream or is it a on-demand feature? Yeah, I should probably get it up. Okay, now things are not wanting to close. What? Okay, right. No technical difficulties today. I refuse them to happen. I see I've got more viewers. Hello. Make sure you are known in chat. If you are coming from Instagram, you could see my disclaimer. If for some reason you haven't seen my disclaimer and don't already know, I'm not going to be showing the Pokemon Presents itself. I haven't figured out a way I can do that with my setup yet. I was trying to, nothing was working. So all you're going to be able to do is see my face and hear it. If you want to figure out a way where you can see it as well, I'll leave that up to you. And I will also be putting up a version of this using the footage from this live stream and syncing it up with the footage of the presents once it is up. And I'll upload a version like that probably after I edit some YouTube shorts, but yes. So Pokemon type channel, the official Pokemon YouTube channel. So it is going to be a stream. Okay, good. I am going to be watching the international version. They usually I don't know why. They've just usually been kind of better than the UK version anyway. Also, I don't see why they would be any different. Right, I'm gonna. Will we be hearing the audio? Yes, you will be hearing the audio. Will I be pausing it? I will not be pausing it, but I will be consistently reacting. Let me know if the audio is ever too quiet. I'm just gonna. I don't think it will be. I think it's a good thing. If Unova remakes, it's going to be the original of the sequel. What do you mean the original of the sequel? I mean, my ideal is that they would just port it. They would just port Black and White and Black 2, White 2, but both. I would love because here's the thing: Black and White, amazing. Black 2, White 2 are literally the best Pokemon games. So quite honestly, they already made it perfect. There's nothing they could realistically improve on. They could only really make it 3D. I doubt they would do something like that, but they could remake both simultaneously, which could be an issue. They would just need to be given a lot more time, I think. Oh, it's starting. Oh my god, somebody wrote Power World is better than. Right. So is this too loud or is it fine? Honestly, it's a little loud for me. Okay, is it fine now? Actually, respond now. Ba, 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 ba. Less than 30 seconds to go. 20 seconds. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time for the Pokemon Presents, everyone. Oh my god, it's Pikachu! Oh my god, I'm so hyped! Oh, unknown. Unknown. Okay. Because they did, when they teased the Pokemon Presents, they did have Johto music. So, this is, maybe they're teasing something. Hello, Ishihara. It's nice to see you again.
February 27th is Pokemon Day.
Mm-hmm.
This is the date that the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan.
Yeah, it is.
Our adventures with
Can
Pokemon
confirm.
started with the simple fun of collecting, trading, and battling in the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games.
Then you kind of went mad.
Facets of daily life, including walking and sleeping.
Yeah.
We'll keep challenging ourselves to create new ways to enjoy Pokemon.
Pokemon, make sure you brush your teeth.
We will be bringing you all
I-
the latest
Isn't that already a thing?
including our newest titles. Mr. Utsunomiya?
Hi, where is Direct? I'm watching it. As I said, I can't do a simulcast.
Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games so far. To commemorate Pokemon,
Okay.
we've planned a series of Terra Raid battle events.
Makes
where you'll be able
sense.
to face off against a mighty Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard.
What are their Terra types?
These Terra Raid battle events will begin tomorrow.
Venusaur is ground. I think Blastoise is steel.
I'd also like to share the latest
Yeah.
updates on a number of our
It's just I can't do it with my setup,
Let's
Sam.
have a look at this.
I will be uploading a version where you can see it as well, but for now we can't. I'm afraid. Pokemon Go! Remember when Hillary Clinton said, Pokemon, let's go to the polls? Oh, okay. Lico. Sprigatito. Lico and Sprigatito. What was his name, Roy? I don't watch the anime. Cat Pikachu, that makes sense. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Oh, I love this line. I think the Charcadet line is quite popular. Okay, yeah, Lico and Roy. And of course, party hat versions. They always appear. Okay. I like the colors this time around. Pokemon Sleep, that app that I don't use because it didn't work for me. But I really like it, and if it works for people, that's amazing. I love Raikou. Raikou is the Babadook confirmed. Oh, it's such a sleepy little baby. Such a baby. Oh, I love the remix of the Beast theme. It's one of the best legendary battle themes. Oh, it's so great. Ooh, Entei Suicune will follow, but Raikou for now, because, no, it's the eepiest of the babies. It just do an eep. Yeah, they're going through these quickly. I suspect, yeah, Pokemon Masters EX. Yeah, I suspect this is going to be a short one. Oh.
We're just getting started. We're the greatest in the world.
Huh.
We're the greatest
All
and
right.
strongest partner I could ask for.
There does seem to be a Johto focus. I mean, it is turning 25 this year. Pokemon Gold and Silver. Ooh, oh. They look so good. Like, it's not just Johto, but they are focusing on Johto and using Johto music. Pokemon Cafe remix. Okay. Johto, I'm not saying Johto remake's confirmed, but I am suspecting that if we're gonna get something main series, they're focusing a lot on Johto. I mean, here obviously they've got the Paldea characters or Paldea Pokemon. Yeah, yeah. People in the premiere chat are like, "Oh, I hate this game." Then don't watch Pokemon Presents. It's gonna be presenting everything to do with the series. Like the thing is, I don't really play any of these games other than Pokemon Go occasionally. But like, this content does look good, and okay. So Miraidon's come to. Okay. Do you think I should play Unite? Would Koraidon and Armarouge be in it? Because they're focusing on very specifically Violet with Pokemon Unite. It's weird. Oh. Pokemon Presents. I mean, it's not over yet. Like, people have been saying, oh, it's going to be 12 minutes long. It's only been like 5 minutes.
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Oh. Please have a look at this bit. Hey, thank goodness it hasn't started yet. Oh no, it started. We're already watching. I just can't do it. I can't broadcast it at the same time right now because I've got technical difficulties. But hey, TCG, virtual TCG. I like this music. So, okay. Okay. Jeagle, if you're looking for any reaction from main series stuff, that's not happened yet. This is mainly just my reaction to what we're watching because, like, I not without trying, but I couldn't get a simulcast going on. So hopefully you can hear it, and that'll help me with like syncing it up when I make a eventual actual having the visuals. Oh. Ooh, suddenly the music's over. So, okay. So it's like you've got. Not only can you collect cards, but the artworks can have their own sort of dimension. Oh my god. The Pokemon TCG, the app, collects Pokemon cards and pocket dimensions. I love the idea of just pocket dimensions. Yeah. Cool.
What you just saw was the world's first look at Pokemon trading card game Pocket.
That makes sense.
This game lets you easily collect Pokemon cards, which players all over the world have enjoyed since they debuted.
As long as they don't do any NFT stuff with it, like that looks fine and reasonable.
The Pokemon Company is developing this game as a three-party collaboration with Creatures Inc., the creators of the Pokemon trading card game, and DNA are partners in the development of Pokemon Masters EX.
Okay.
To mark the launch
Makes sense. Like you're already working closely together, so and they probably have the resources to like make mobile games like this. So.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yuji Kitano from Creatures Inc. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for enjoying the Pokemon trading card game. With Pokemon trading card game,
yeah,
we hope to bring you all.
I think Pokemon have been staunchly against NFT stuff. I think legally they've kind of had to go into it so no one could really snipe them, if that makes sense. But they are going, yeah, no, don't do NFT blockchain stuff, including to fans. Like, don't promote this stuff. We're fine with the copyright stuff with this presents, just as long as you're not using our brand to promote this stuff. They issued that statement beforehand. Yeah. I know I've just kind of been like talking over without really listening to what he's been saying, but are the pocket dimensions being explained? Yeah,
What's
I'm.
more, we've developed
That
new
looks so
streamlined
cool.
game rules based on our existing battle system, so you can enjoy a quick battle during the free moments
That
of
makes
your
sense.
day.
Oh yeah, it really does look like it's the same engine as Unite.
Our three companies are all working hard to deliver a fun experience for those of you
So like, I'm
who
hearing
enjoy the Pokemon
Hall of
trading card
Fame
game,
from
as well as
8-bit
those who have
Pokemon, but
played
is
before.
that specifically the Kanto version or the Johto version? I think it's the
For the
Johto
latest secrets
version.
in the world of the Pokemon trading card game,
Or am I
Pokemon
going
Trading Card
insane?
Game Pocket.
Am I going
Thank you
insane?
so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kitano. We plan to launch Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket within 2024.
Okay,
Please look forward to more details in the future.
I'd be interested.
Just one more thing. We'd like to end today's
Johto and
presentation
Unova
with a final
confirmed?
video for you all.
I don't
Thank
think.
you for tuning in.
I don't. They've not really been indicating any Unova. Maybe the Johto stuff is just because it's Johto's anniversary. One final. Yeah. What? I did not read that in time. What did the unknown spell out? Ooh, it's the question mark unknown. Ooh. Okay, Game Freak. We're getting a Game Freak game, I think. Confidential. Oh. Urban development plan. Okay. What is this? There are certain things that I didn't think were very likely at all, but I would love to be proven wrong. What is this? It doesn't look like it's a legend. Can't be Gen 10 already, can it? Oh, we're getting Furfrou, by the looks of it. This is looking quite Kalosy. Because that's Lumiose. They're not remaking X and Y, are they? That is Lumiose City. What? Yeah, Lumiose City. Urban redevelopment plan. Hold on. What? Pokemon Legends Z. Pokemon Legends. Okay. Okay, we're getting another Legends game set in Kalos. Okay. Right. I didn't think we were going to get that. I didn't think we were going to get this. And also that does mean, yeah, Mega Evolution. Okay. I thought we would only ever get a Legends if it came alongside a remake. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised about that. So did it say it was coming this year? Or did it say it was coming soon? Or well, are you disappointed we're getting a Legends Kalos game? Like, yeah, like it was short, but like if they didn't have a lot of news, but they still had like new stuff. No main series. Listen, did you not see that Game Freak are developing like Legend Z? It's 2025. Okay. What about Unova? What about it? Like they're probably the next to get remade, or Johto is, but you know. Oh, no main series this year. 2020. Okay. I mean, they're probably going to release it early 2025. Honestly, because like when they announced like Legends Arceus, it was that was coming out early 2022. So honestly, I am fine not getting anything new this year. Because like if it's going to be a case of they need more time, then sure. I'm fine with that. Yeah, but what am I going to play this year? I don't know. There's other games. We'll replay. Like, you can replay. I mean, heck, you can replay X and Y. I've been replaying X and Y lately. It's actually good. Yeah. I mean, we could get. I mean, what are you going to play this year? I don't know. Like Pokemon Unite, maybe the other games they showed. Like, if or something that isn't Pokemon. If these things aren't your fancy. Yeah, I prefer they take longer to make good games than release like schlock every year. Yeah, like I honestly think the Pokemon development cycle has definitely been. Not everybody has a DS, dude. Okay, I have a 3DS because the DS doesn't support X and Y. And if you don't have that, okay, you don't need a 3DS to play Pokemon Unite. You don't need a 3DS to play any other Switch game. You can just play a Switch game. Simple as. Or replay games that you've already got. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Like, I'm looking forward to this. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's bad because sorry, wax the mic. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's bad because I don't have anything to play this year. Like that sounds quite entitled. I'm excited for what we are going to get. And I'd rather get something that they've spent more time on to be more polished than something that, is rushed. And a lot of people have complained that Scarlet and Violet were unfinished. I don't agree with these people. I don't agree with these people. But it does definitely feel a bit rushed, and you can tell in places. It's still a good game. I still enjoy it. I do enjoy other things more. I do think people are overly harsh on Scarlet and Violet, but I do understand. What if I'm trapped in Costa Rica with no games of phone? Games of phones? What is that in the new like modern remake of Game of Thrones? But yeah, like I'm excited. So that does mean Megas are coming back finally. People have been wanting Megas to return since Megas were introduced. People wanted Megas to return before Megas were introduced. Probably like it was. I'm honestly, yeah. I'm not really. I don't really feel that married to the concept of mega evolutions. I don't really care, but people do, and I'm happy for them. Yeah, Legends Cal is that why? Okay, I mean, it kind of does make sense given that Paldea, in theory, would border Kalos, doesn't it? Like it does, doesn't it? Because let's be real, that area that we can't explore in Paldea is probably Kalos, and Kalos does need a bit more love, and I feel like a Legends game isn't going to necessarily fix the issues people have with X and Y. Doing an enhanced version, either like at this point it would probably have to be a remake because it's been so long. But yeah, I think we could get more megas. We may not. But I do think if we're going down the Legends route, I think because Unova, there's only really one logical thing you can do. Same thing with Kalos, but with Kalos, it feels like the thing that it's like it makes sense to sort of go down that route. Because like people say, oh, do a Legends of this, do a Legends of that, but like people tend to forget when they want to make a Legends what the story could be. And like saying, oh, let's do a Legends Johto, what's the plot gonna be then? Tell me what the plot's gonna be, because although Johto has a lot of lore, people just tend to think, oh, Johto or Unova, despite not really considering what the plot could be. And that to me can be an issue. Starter Megas, we very well could. I do think having like I do think it could very well be like I guess the stream can be turned into like sort of speculation now, but like I'm probably gonna have to end it soon because I do want to like make my content. But I don't know. Like we could get starter megas. I think we're probably gonna get megas of the starters that we will have as yeah, like the starters we will get, because I would assume they would do the same formula of we're not going to pick from the Kalos starters, we're probably going to pick from different regions. But it could be interesting to have like, I don't know, like pick from like Snivy, Litten, and Sobble, I guess, so we could have like Mega Superior, Mega Incineroar, Mega Inteleon. I think I would be interested. Yeah, because they've only really announced that, yeah, it's going to be a Kalos Legends game and they're calling it Pokemon Legends Z. I mean, it would make sense, and because like of the sort of Lumiose Tower, that's giving off AZ vibes, so I think that's what the plot's going to be about. I think the plot will likely be something to do with that. I think it will be yeah. I'm thinking Piplup, Scorbunny, and Snivy. I mean, that's what an Artist Australia was doing for his legends based around Kalos. Galar, Paldea, and Unova because France. What does that have to do with France? What do they have to do with France at all? Yeah, that's fair. Had to mute you while watched it just finished. What an ending of it. Yeah, I think it's very interesting that we're getting a Legends Kalos game. I definitely don't think this means they've skipped over Unova. Why did they add an A at the end of the trailer? AZ. The character from Kalos. I don't think it's called Pokemon Legends Z or Pokemon Legends AZ. I'm just gonna double check what it's called. But it's I think it's meant to look like the Lumiose Tower, but also meant to be the letter A. Does it have a website yet? I mean, if not, I'm going on Cerebi. Cerebi will know. Yeah, I am super excited. Oh, Pokemon Legends Z-A. I mean, my thought is that it's to do with AZ, really, because he was like the character. He was the character who that uh, built the ultimate weapon because his Floette died, and he wanted to bring his Floette back to life. Now, the ultimate weapon, his Floette died because of a great war in Kalos. So he built the ultimate weapon to suck the life force out of everyone in the war, just so it could revive his Floette. However, his Floette abandoned him as a result because it didn't appreciate killing everyone for its life. So 3,000 years later, Lysander wants to use the ultimate weapon. He is stopped. And then at the end, after all is said and done, AZ congratulates you on like stopping it from being used again, and his Floette reunites with him. They are friends again. What if they bring back all of the Pokemon because of AZ? No, I don't see them doing that. I understand what you're thinking, but I honestly think it's more tied with AZ, especially because like the letters A and Z. Yeah. And because like because of the character AZ, and because it's in Kalos, because he was a character in X and Y. Yeah. the end to the beginning, maybe, because like it's the ending of the war to the beginning of the modern Pokemon world. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's them building Lumio City. I don't know if it will actually tie with them because it looks a bit too modern to be like 3,000 years ago. What if we play as AZ catching Pokemon to fuel the ultimate weapon? I mean, maybe, but like it looks a bit contemporary. It looks a very like modern world, or at least like 20th century, because like I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but the Eiffel Tower hasn't been around for 3,000 years, so I doubt the Lumios Tower, which is a much more technologically advanced building, that just so happens to look like the Eiffel Tower, I don't think that's 3,000 years old either. As the names of the games are X, Y, now Z, maybe A is to signify us going back to the beginning and learning about the history in the beginning of the Kalos region, transporting us back in time, a reset. Perhaps. I think we're going to be... I think we're going to be like... I do think we're going to learn more about the Kalos region and the origins of it and the origins of or the origins of Mega Evolution and just more in general about that. But at the same time, I don't think we're actually going to go back and be AZ. I think he may be a prominent character, but I don't think... I get the feeling they want to do their own thing with the story, but involve those elements further. Because I'm only looking at context clues because it looks like they're building Lumio City and it's a modern looking city. So I don't think it's going to be set during the Pokemon War of 3,000 years ago. What if we build the city like in Animal Crossing? I mean, we could. I mean, the whole point of... I guess the whole point of Legends Arceus was that they were settling. They were settlers. They were colonialists, charting the region, charting the Hisui region to build it, which would then become the Sinnoh region that we know today. I think I would assume Kalos already kind of exists. I would assume that like the Kalos region is already a thing, but perhaps Lumio City, or at least Lumio City as we know it today, isn't a thing, and that's what they're going to be building, and that would probably be like the development of the city would be probably how the process is marked, kind of like how the development of Jubilife Village was how progress was marked in Legends Arceus. Wait, this will probably not be on Switch. I mean, it might. This might be the very final Switch game that we get. Because, let's be honest, they're gonna announce Switch 2 soon. So, I honestly see them, like... Yeah, I think they are preparing for the Switch 2, because there have been data mines to suggest that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will run a lot better on the new hardware, because Nintendo are developing it. Nintendo are developing new hardware. If it's coming out 2025, chances are it could be a launch title. It also could not. We've had a cross-generational or cross-console releases within a generation before, but at the same time, we may not get it this time. I do definitely think Gen 9 is going to be the last Switch generation either way. It's going to be the last Pokemon generation on Switch, mainly because realistically, Scarlet and Violet could be the last things, but this may also be the last thing itself. It's either going to be the first of the new one or the last of this one, because I honestly do not see... because if they're going to be making a new generation of Pokemon... Because here's the thing, Black and White, people complained why that wasn't on the 3DS. Well, it released in Japan before the 3DS came out. So... if the new console, which is rumored to come out, say, March 2025, I think, if that's the case, the new Pokemon games, presumably a new generation of Pokemon games, or at least the new generation of Pokemon games, will certainly come out after that launches. So I don't see... they're probably going to do that. But Yeah, they might release this on the sequel to the Switch. Who knows? Zygarde and terrestrialization must have a bigger connection now. I don't see why. They never mentioned terrestrialization in the trailer, but they could. They could. But it's more like megas were teased at the end of the trailer because of the mega evolution symbol. We play as Napoleon. I don't think this is set during the Napoleonic Wars, but it could be. Maybe Zygarde had a counterpart starting with 8. It could. But I honestly see this being like probably like 100% Zygarde's game. I think we're probably going to get a lot more emphasis on Zygarde because we didn't really get that, and that's what the plans were originally going to be. So I think the plans that they were going to have towards the end of Gen 6, they tried to reconstitute that in Gen 7 quite messily. So maybe a lot of the plans that were specifically tied to Kalos are going to be repurposed for this game. Because they had plans. The Gen 6 anime had 3 seasons. Pokemon the Series XY, Pokemon I can't remember what the second season was called, but the third season was Pokemon the Series XYZ. And there was that focus on Zygarde in Kalos. But the thing is, they were planning for potentially more Kalos content, but that for some reason got cancelled to sort of, I guess, pave the way for Sun and Moon, and then the Ultra games, and yeah, maybe the Nobles will be Megas. That would be pretty cool. If they don't do that, I think that would be a missed opportunity, unless if they do something much more creative. Maybe they'll find Megas in the story and have to stabilize it for use. Maybe. I think I could see them expanding Megas as a concept, but I can also see them not doing that. We'll see. We'll see. It just kind of feels a bit weird that they were like doing all that Johto music only for there not to be any Johto. It feels like they were setting us up to expect Johto, but then we get Kalos. I mean, I suppose it's not that the Johto stuff was there for no reason. It is Gold and Silver's 25th anniversary, because it released in 1999 in Japan. It's 25 years later. We are in 2024. So, of course, they're going to be celebrating that softly. But, yeah, if it were me, I think it would be the smartest business move to do Johto, but this feels a lot more creative. This feels like they wanted to do this and they decided we're going to do this. Because X and Y recently celebrated their 10th birthday. So, yeah. Maybe the Colossean new Pokemon will have Megas, but since they got extinct in Kalos, maybe. I could see there being stuff like, I don't know, like a Mega Florges, for example. Or Mega Furfrou. We're getting Furfrou on the Switch. That's the biggest thing. We're getting Furfrou on the Switch. Yeah. We get set back in time to stop the ultimate weapon, but we're actually helping AZ gathering the Megas. That's why. That's why Lumio City is actually based for the ultimate weapon. But the ultimate weapon was based in, I can't remember the town, but it wasn't based in Lumio City. That kind of goes against the actual lore. And plus, why would something 3,000 years ago look that modern? Is what I'm thinking. Like Mega Colossean Tinkaton. Oh, that would be a bit complicated. I can see them do it. I can see them doing it, but I think it would be a bit weird just to have like a Mega Colossean Tinkaton, but no Mega like Florges, or no Mega just, I don't know, Toxicroak. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Time paradox, like in Paldea, we could see paradoxes, but it's not a time paradox if it, like, what you suggested didn't seem purposefully like it's in Lumio City instead. That just seems like not continuity. But oh well. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to playing it. This is actually kind of getting me to want to like finish X and Y, because like I've been putting it off. I'm probably gonna put it off further because I need to make videos. I'm, searching for a job, searching for work, and I'm also, I'm not just making these videos that are going to be based on this reaction, but I'm gonna also be making videos like for the Coronio series and other videos of the like. But why wouldn't they use Megaflorges in X and Y then? Did they lose the crystals? Maybe. I'm sure if they're going to introduce new megas, there would be a reason why they wouldn't exist in modern day Kalos. Because it's like saying, oh, why isn't there Hisuian Arcanine in modern day Sinnoh? Like, why isn't there Hisuian why isn't there Hisuian Sneasel? Why isn't Sneasler if you can get Sneasel? You know what I mean? Why does Weavile exist? I'm trying to complete the Safari Pokedex in X and Y. Good luck. Only have a few weeks left until online services shut down to do so. There might be ways to sort of mod your 3DS to have online features. I don't know. I assume certain online features would still work because Bank will still work. But yeah, since the Hisuians get extinct later, well, maybe the Megastones went extinct. I don't know. I'm not making the game. I would love to know more information, but it's so annoying. I just want to know what our starters are gonna be. That's all I am asking, Game Freak. If they have a Unova starter, I'm picking that because I have Unova bias. I remember when they announced Legends Arceus, they just showed the starters, and I'm like, so Rowlet, my second favorite starter. Oshawott, my favorite starter. I am eating good, so I don't know what they're gonna do to make me hyped about the starter choices this time around. Hisuian, Quillfish, and Basculegion are in the DLC. You mean the Paldea DLC? Yeah. But why aren't they in Sinnoh? Oh, you're saying that, but also you're saying that, but also Ursaluna is in the DLC. Oshawott is best boy. I do agree. Trash Inc. Because the thing is, I think Kitakami is actually quite close to Sinnoh. Well, if they do a bad starter trio, I don't see why they would do a bad starter trio. Because every single starter is good. I don't see that. There's only one starter I'm not really a fan of, and that's Chikorita, but I do like Meganium. So, if they do a Meganium, I'm fine with that. Samurott, best Pokemon. Eevee's my personal favorite, and the Eeveelutions, but Oshawott's very close. The Oshawott line's very close. Hisui and Samurott wasn't that different, and to be honest, you can't really change perfection, so I'm fine with that. Tepig, Poplio, and Chikorita. I'd be happy with that. I'd pick Tepig if that were the case. But Tepig and Poplio, they're base. I love them. And Chikorita, well, I love Meganium. All three of those have really baller final evolutions, and if they do variants of them, they would look even more baller, and or even megas of them. That would be so cool. Sylveon is the best Pokemon, no argument. I'm not going to argue. I mean, I personally think it's Eevee specifically, but I really do like Sylveon. It's a contender for Eevee's best evolution for sure. Chikorita, Tepig, and Poplio would be the most hated trio. Well, if you honestly hate those little goobers, actually touch grass, because what is there to hate about them? I'm not that fond of Chikorita's design, but a lot of people are, and I am kind of warming to it. All three are pretty cute, and they evolve into pretty cool mon. People are already hating this because hey, stop making buggy games, but you have to make them every year. You have to do this impossible task. If people are already doing that, if people are already hating on this because it's not releasing this year, and they're already hating on this because it's not Univa and because it's not Johto, they really just need to touch grass. Like, they're just hated by most of the fans. Yeah, they need to touch grass because, like, they're good mon. I like them. I'm planning on using Poplio in an Alola playthrough when I next play through Alola. And, like, I mean, the only reason I wouldn't use Chikorita is because grass is just not good in Johto, and the only reason I wouldn't use Tepig in a Unova playthrough is because Oshawott is also an option, and I am picking Oshawott. Snivy has that too, but is also not optimal for a Unova playthrough. So, like, if Snivy is an option here, I'd pick it, and I'd probably love it because Serperior is so cool. Like, I mean, have you looked at Serperior? It's like one of the like coolest mon. Yeah. It's got this air of coolness, and there's a reason you can take photos of it in like new Pokemon Snap. What if non-starters were starters just in the past? I don't see why they would do that. Like, mechanically speaking, well, first of all, from a marketing point of view, it's a bit of an odd choice. It's a gimmicky choice as well, that you could only make work under specific circumstances. And quite honestly, I don't think the entirety of the 1025 Pokemon that exist, I genuinely do not think that any of them could realistically work as starter Pokemon other than the starters. Like, I know M&J TV tried to make best fit cases, but sometimes it just I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work at all. Sorry. But yeah, I do want to see regional variants. I mean, obviously, like, I would want the main focus to be the story, but like, I would want to see regional variants because I like regional variants. They're funky. They're cool. They're neato. Like, I like them. Maybe a non-grass fire water trio. You see, that's what I'm meaning, Toretta, because like that. When I say none, I mean absolutely none, regardless of what trio you think of. Swaddle, Magmi, whatever Magmi is, and Spiel. I assume you mean Spiel. And for Magmi, I assume you mean Magby. But like, they've got very different base stat totals. They evolve very differently. You'd have to change how they evolve, fundamentally. Like, Spheal, I think, could work. It's just level up. But, like, you have to wait a long time to evolve Spheal. And, like, Leavanny requires friendship, and Magmortar requires a trait, and you have to wait a long time to even evolve Magby. So I don't think they work. Terrible at spell. That's okay. I think I got your point, but like, I don't think they would work because like, they just fundamentally, I just don't think they would work at all, because it's like, oh yeah, starter Pokemon, they usually evolve at level 15. Let's wait until past level 30. No, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would have a friendship. Steel Chikorita, Ground Tepig, and Ice Poplio. I don't see them doing those, but I could see like a Steel type Meganium, like Grass Steel Meganium, Fire Ground Ember, like Water Ice Primarina. I can see that happening, but I just can't see the I just can't see the others happening. Right, I am going to go. It's been nearly an hour. I said to myself, do you know what? I'm not going to be streaming for any longer than an hour. It's nearly an hour. So that'll be me. And expect some shorts about me covering some of the topics. And also expect the stitched together proper reaction thing. Okay, right. See you later. Oh, what about Fighting Flying Rock, like in Cronio? I mean, I could see those as secondary types as well, but I don't see a trio made up of existing Pokemon to do that. That's why Cronio has their own. That's why Cronio has new ones. But anyway, bye-bye, everyone. See you next time, whatever that will be. Bye bye.